They let me know we're late this morning.
Yeah.
I'm moving as fast as I can. Guess we better get it out there.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got to be, the right stuff's got to be in the right hand.
That's correct.
That's Panther, that's Gray. Tux goes on the left. There we go. Let's take it to him.
All right, well, this one's going to scoot out.
Yeah, he is. Hi, Tux. There's my buddy. Hi. Hi. There's my buddy. There you go. Actually, here, eat that first, and then I'll take it off the top. Oh. Well, everybody else is here. Stripe's not going to care down.
Yeah, he's 8.
In the house. He puts his little face in the window in the morning now. And
I'm sorry. Morris.
Morris.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty, there you go, bud. Tux. Oh, goodness, Tux.
He came back.
Come on, go back to your spot. Go, go. Go. I know. Come on, go, go. Go, go. Back to your spot. Go. You know I didn't leave you without your food over here. There you go, buddy. He goes, but it's all my food.
That's
Any
right.
of whichever bowl
All
I
food
want.
put down is
Whichever
my food.
bowl I want is the bowl I get.
That's right.
There he goes. It's a little cold out here this morning,
Yeah,
but we did not freeze frost. Tonight
right.
we got a cover. It was borderline last night, and Don's growing weary of covering, and so I told him that he could. We would risk it since it was borderline, and he says it only got down to 40, so that was a good move.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But they're still calm for 29 tonight, so we'll be covering.
Yeah. So
It's really like this one and this one are super fragile, and red blood good. The one on the other side of the driveway is full leafed out. And
yeah.
we got 2 nights, and then it's going to be in the 50s and 60s overnight for the week.
That's right.
So it's really warming up.
Yep.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yep.
Donnie's a good boy. He's helping me film and create content, and he hasn't even read his paper yet, but he did have several sips of coffee.
I had probably half a cup of coffee, so I'm like starting to be caffeinated.
Right. All right. Well, you be careful out there.
Will do.
No V11 update. I don't want them to release it before they're really ready, though. It's got to be right. But I want it just like everybody else. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm patient when I'm not. Everybody is charged up and ready to go tomorrow. Watch out, Stripey. Here comes Donnie. He'll startle you. You're like the beep beep bus.
Yeah, I'm the beep beep guy.
Panther, good morning. Hey, buddy. Good morning. Hi. Hey, Stripe. I heard you running. Marty, you're down there too. I don't worry too much about them down there. They're not near any cars. It's our yard. The water's not really running this morning. Panther's up here. So it's all good. I don't presently see Morris, but he's probably around too. Yeah, 42 and breezy. It's only going to be 47 today. It's gorgeous sky, but it's not going to be great for walking. Oh, I see Morris. Morris is over here on the asphalt down in there through the trees. Well, you guys go get a little morning exercise and run off. It's a little unusual for Marty to have come into the front yard, but that's okay. Marty's on the tree behind the Japanese maple. Big blob of orange up there. Hey, buddy. I'll sit with you for just a minute. I do enjoy being out here on my front porch. Especially now that it's all clean. There you are, you cute thing. Hey, cute stuff. Oh, big stretch. Hi. Hi. One more meow? She goes, just put my food down, Mom. Don's reading the newspaper and enjoying his last cup of coffee, and I'm going to put together an Easter bunny and chicks. I am super excited. I really like the basket and how this holds this guy's head up. Like, he looks like almost like a kitty cat with his hands just waiting for you to come visit him. Limited edition. Woo! The basket, guys, 368 pieces. There's 2 steps and 4 bags total. It's, you know, that's a pretty sizable set. That's not nothing. The little chicks came out cute, and obviously I'm starting on the Easter bunny basket now. I'm just noting this dark bluish gray piece on top. It has the 2 holder brackets and the stud in the middle. It's actually a 1x3 piece. I've never seen it as 1 piece before. I've always seen it would be 3 pieces. A 1x1 stud and then 2 1x1 holder pieces, or maybe a 1x2 with a stud and a holder and then 1 more holder. That's kind of neat that they built that like that. I always think that's good to know for when I'm building stuff, that that piece exists that I hadn't seen before. What an enjoyable build this morning. The Easter bunny is set 40587. I think Lego outdid themselves on this year's Easter promotional giveaway. And just a great build. It was over 300 pieces. Let me have the box here again. It was 368, so it was a lot of pieces. And it sort of went together the way the orchid pot did, this basket here under the bunny. It was a fun build. I added a few flowers. I added 3 flowers to be precise. The grape cluster, this yellow flower in the center, and 1 more like grape cluster looking thing. We'll just assume those are like crocus or something coming up to open. I just wanted it a little more full back there and kind of made it my own. Thanks to David again for passing his promotional purchase in my direction. I really enjoyed the build. And now that I look at it, I guess Lego could have made this piece in white for the rabbit ears. That would have probably looked better. Anybody that wants to change that, they make the holders in white and the stud in white, and it would be totally easy enough to swap that out if you wanted to. Navigate to Harris County Lake Park. Well, it's having to really think about that. Dang. Well, it did move the map over there. Don knows where he's going, so it's not like it really matters. But if he wants, I've never seen it that slow, like ever.
How many bars do we have?
We can't see it on the Y, you know, they hit everything. That minimalistic overview. I think, and if I look right now, it'll wow, I have never in the history of the car seen it take that long. So something's going on. I just clicked on it and it found it. So, okay, yeah, County Park Drive, that would be right. So it's 14 minutes, 9 miles on a Sunday afternoon.
Right
And if you want to know about bars, it is still up here, and we only have 2 bars LTE, so it does look like it's a very slow connection right now, which is not normal for out here. Oh my goodness, starting at 700K, half-acre home sites going in around this lake down there. I don't know if you can see it from this side. There's a bunch of farm equipment on the other side. It butts up here to this horse farm. Folks in the area, if you've never been over to Harris Lake County Park or Sharon Harris area, the nuclear power plant, highly recommend this park for hiking. It also has the best biking, like BMX biking trails in the county, probably in this part of the state, and that's Jules doing that. She's, you know, that stop sign is just not fair to the car. It's back farther than any stop sign you've ever had to deal with. But anyway, the Peninsula Trail over here is technically 5.1 miles, and that's the trail that affords you the view of the cooling tower. However, if you just want to see the cooling tower and not walk the whole 5.1 miles, if you'll park at the disc golf parking lot and follow the trail in that way, if you go in about a mile, you can see it. If you go in a mile and a half, you can be sort of across the water from it and get a good picture. And then you can turn around and we'll have had our typical 3-mile walk. So, and it's not our goal to do the whole 5 miles today. Although one time we were on the path to do the whole 5 miles and we found a service road kind of back through the middle of the peninsula that shortened it something off of the 5.1, but was still longer than, you know, still allowed you to go in a loop instead of coming back the way you came. But anyway, park at the disc golf, follow the trail in. That's the quickest way to see the cooling tower. And it took several times of walking farther than we wanted to, going the wrong direction, not quite getting it before we figured that out. So, you know, we'll share our our extra steps and save you some. This is either the 5th or 6th Tesla we've seen since we left the house. And please understand that we're back out in the rural part of Wake County. Right. So the disc golf parking is on the right. It's before you get to the main parking lot, playground, bathroom area. And there's a map there, but you can see the trail. It's like a road to begin with, and then it gets more primitive down a ways. So there's one of the disc golf. I'm gonna call it a goal. I don't know what the right word is. We've actually never played it, but we've watched people play it out here. This is also part of the Butterfly Highway, according to this little sign over here. Have any of you guys ever played disc golf? I mean, it looks like fun. A couple of guys were just up here. This shows you where you stand, what hole it is, how far it is to the basket goal thing. You can see it's a very scenic course. There are several little water holes along the way. I mean, they've done a nice job with this, and there's always people out here playing anytime we've come this way. It's about 48 now, and this hike is, most of it, at least I would say 2/3 of it is in the shade. So we're bundled up pretty good. So when you get to the point where you got to make a choice, stay right to see the cooling tower. That gets you along the water part of the Peninsula Trail quicker. And just to say, having Pokemon Go installed and up and running, it has such a good map because it's based off of Google Maps that you can easily orient yourself on the trail, because all these trails have trail markers and historic sites and things people have turned into gyms and Pokestops, and the whole trail is mapped out in the game because it's supposed to be a game that gets you out walking and exercising. And we used it at Yates Mill on that Creekside Trail the other day, and I just confirmed our direction with it out here on this trail too. There's another disc golf hole. Disc golf still on the right. I forget what hole that is. They had to move it one year. It was sort of out in the water. you know, a little bit of erosion or flooding or whatever, it wasn't convenient. We'll be coming back to this bridge in just a second. This is the lake, which most of this trail borders along. Kind of a finger of it that sticks back out. You can see the basket for this hole down here. Like I said, there have been times when it was in the water, so they moved it. It was out a little too far. There are boats allowed on this lake, but obviously you have to follow certain rules about where you take your boat. They won't let you too close to the cooling tower, thank goodness. I wouldn't want to be the person that wasn't following the rules. I'm sure you'd get yourself in trouble. So this is hole 11. The guys are away from it now. I wouldn't come over here and interrupt their game, but I want to show you the view of the cooling tower from this first spot. So you've only walked in a 1/3 mile and already you have this great view. And that is really is an easy walk. I don't know if I'd want to bring a stroller on it, but on foot, I wouldn't say it's not doable with the stroller. And there's the cooling tower, and there's the boating warning, and there are people in the disc golf course over here on the other side. You can see and hear people a little bit. There, better view. It's a little breezy along the shoreline over here, but it's a great view, and hearing the water gently lap against the shoreline is peaceful. As I said, this trail basically follows the water, follows the peninsula, but at some points where it's soggy, the fingers jut in a little bit. It does take you inland just a bit. I just snapped a picture in Pokemon Go. I'll show you where we were on the trail so you can see what I mean. We have passed 6 different groups so far. We're a little surprised at the sheer number of people out here today. And the last couple we passed kind of took an extra look at Dawn's weight vest. I have on 2 jackets, one under the weight vest and one on top, so probably nobody can tell I have one on. But it definitely adds to the workout. I mean, I'm not sorry I wore it or anything. I knew this trail was mostly flat or only short periods of elevation, but
Well, no, I would say it's just up and down. There's
okay. I'm a little out of breath back here.
It starts off a little downhill, but you're going to have to walk up that hill going back.
That's true. Okay.
So flat is not the word I would have used.
Okay. Anyway, I'm a little out of breath. That's good. I feel breathing in the crisp air and this pace with the weight vest feels refreshing. It really does feel good to be out here today.
So this week, news broke about a 400,000 gallon leak, water leak at a nuclear power plant just north of Minneapolis, Minnesota. The leak actually occurred back in November, and it was just reported last week. The regulator said that the state regulator said, you know, they basically wanted all the information before they went public. The company reported, Xcel Energy reported the leak to the regulators the day after it occurred, so they were well within their criteria of reporting, so they weren't covering up anything. Apparently there's potential tritium was in the water. The leak occurred, a pipe going between 2 buildings, and they've been monitoring the wells. They diluted the water, and they found no traces above the limits in the monitoring wells around the power plant. So it's not that it's a non-issue. It happened. I think everything worked well. You know, it's getting a lot of press right now. I have several people I follow who are nuclear watchdogs, and they will probably report more granular details. The only little interesting fact I came across was that tritium is $30,000 a gram. So if they lost very much tritium, they lost a lot of money.
Yeah,
lookout. Come do a project here.
It's always hard to cross there.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Maybe put the trail over there and cross up there.
Something.
The bridge would be a little smaller.
I submitted a Pokestop nomination. They're going to turn it down. I know they are. They seem to turn down every stop I ever submit for one technicality or another, yet everybody else has them. I don't know. When they turn them down now, I resubmit them, make it go through the get denied twice. I'm not giving up so easy. Anyway, it's right at a mile if you turn around before crossing that super muddy spot, and you've made it to the power lines and the straight across view of the cooling tower, and the best view over here have been seen already. You can keep on going, obviously, but like I said, that makes for, you know, probably a longer walk than the casual person coming to check out the sites would want. This 1 mile in and then another mile out is, you know, probably plenty for most people. Since we crossed it, which does afford you that super view I just took a picture of, we're going to walk just a couple tenths of a mile further and then turn around and head back. But meanwhile, we got to warm ourselves up in the sun here on this conveniently located
nice
simple
fish.
bench. Yep. We're at 1.3 miles now and turning around to go back the way we came. You can see we're on the other side of the high power lines now. And that's the part of the trail where we were just walked on. Yeah, we're back at that crossing that's so bad. And at a bare minimum, they need some long... 8-inch wide, 10-inch wide planks.
Yeah, like they did it.
Like they did at, even if they just laid them on the ground, it would help. At this point, we're just making time and booking back. You know, we did all of the important videos on the way out. And this is repeat territory here, so we are getting back. We're cooking one of those closed oven method ribeye roast tonight, so we do need to get back in. Not too late so we can get the oven preheated and get that process started. It takes about 3 hours for...
Yeah, but I've got ribs and deviled eggs waiting for me, so I'll just get the move on.
That's why you want to get back, so you can have your snack, not so you can have your dinner.
I'm okay, now more of that flat stuff all the way to the car. It's just nice and flat.
A third of a mile. Yeah, I'm well aware it's a third of a mile.
With an upward slope.
We do both have on our weight vests. It's really not fair that my coat is covering mine because I have a light jacket on and then the vest and then a light jacket. Okay, it sure did seem pretty flat before right about now.
Yeah, well, it was coming downhill. It was like, oh yeah, look at me. In fact, I was lagging behind you.
I had him looking up something. This is a native plant called sparkleberry. It's pretty. Very, 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 very tough bark. Getting through that even with loppers is tough. It's sturdy. Well, other than the fact that I just really stubbed the big toe on my left foot and jerked my left knee around quite a bit, I'm still gonna go with it's a super easy third of a mile down, third of a mile back to get to the water to see the cooling tower from the disc golf parking lot. And I'm gonna stick to it. This is not so bad here. I'm not fine.
Bring your unicycle. You can zip right down there and zip right back.
Funny. Very funny. It's loud and there's fumes. Go electric. It's dry, huh? We don't need to set it in the garage to run, and you brushed it off for me. Thank you so much. Don's putting up the bunny rabbit. St. Patrick is going away because we've only got a short time till Easter, the 9th of April, I think. I'm going to swap out the rest of the mini flags. We did the one at the mailbox on the way out to the park. Don's leftover ribs are heating up in the toaster oven.
Yeah, keeps my mind off of food for another 5 minutes.
You'll be fine. Nani, he's looking just as cute as he can be.
Of course, he's the Easter bunny. Gonna be bringing me lots of chocolate Easter eggs?
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
I guess not.
Maybe a chocolate Easter egg. Johnny's home now, and the weapon, the blade for his fairy weight BattleBot came in. And it's how many grams?
30.
30. And so that's the right amount. It's not over what you were hoping for?
Correct.
Yeah, because weight matters here. So he'll be installing that one day this week. We got home around 4 and it's 6:30. We're eating at 7. I've not sat until, well, right this minute, and I got all the St. Patrick's Day stuff put away and Easter stuff all put out. So there are some of those hollowed out eggs that I did last year with the silk ties that are in the case, and of course my Anna Lee collection that Michelle has helped me gather over the years. And you guys saw the Easter village yesterday. I was so disappointed when I was editing last night that I didn't take an actual picture of the Easter village. And my Lego stuff is, you know, going on over here, which is awesome. There's more things to add, so I put them together, and and I've got more Annalise in the curio cabinet over here, which you would have come to expect. 3 levels, and then I guess there's one spring girl down there on the 4th shelf.
Which one would you like?
Oh my word, you really Dr. Screws up.